all the pain and suffering has started. We're about 2 miles into this hike and we're feeling it painfully. But I think we're gonna make it. Thankfully, we have dry trails, so that's a blessing. This mud sloshing, slipping and sliding. But the weather is really way hotter than I wish it would be. But maybe that'll make the wallers and water holes the dynamite spot, hopefully. So we might be alright. Plus we'll be pretty high, probably close to 11,000 feet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm having kind of doubts if we're gonna make it to where I had in mind tonight, because our lungs are hurting, legs are jelly, but we're gonna give it our best. Good morning. It's our first night back in camp here. Slept pretty good, but easy woke up a couple times. My shoulders are sore and having a little bit of a toothache, which is not cool. I think that woke me up some. So I'm telling you, I'm loving my new pad. That thing was so comfy. But let's get out of the tent here and take a look outside. There's Eric's tent. Here's Eugene. Rise and shine, guys. Lazy bones. So the first morning we took our grand old time of getting up and getting going. We just went up to our usual spot up on what we call Spine Ridge, just to take a temperature of the elk activity, see if they're talking, see if we can see anything. Stopped here to take a look at this fairly fresh wallow. And on the way up, we still hunted pretty much. Went through some fairly prime elk country. It looks like this.
Well, it's September the 5th, and we're moving camp again up to our lake camp. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Got some beef cows here.
This here's early the next morning, just below our camp. There's a 5x5 in this group that I was definitely tempted to shoot, but me knowing of the other bulls in the area, I just wasn't willing to burn my tag, already on the second day into my hunt. So I let him walk.
Well, today's a slow day so far. We slept in. It's my fault because it was my first night of a good sleep. So that meant I overslept. And anyway, so we're all pretty much out of water, and our filters are pretty much plugged because we were getting our water out of that lake we're camped by, which is not the cleanest. And I thought I knew where a spring is, so I went by myself, and it's quite a hike to it, but I found it and loaded up with a lot of water. I had an extra water container with, so that was nice. And so the other guys headed up on top of this big mountain without me, and I think they're up there already. I'm getting close, but whew, it is steep and high and crazy hard work. And we got cell service up there, so we need to make a few phone calls. And my brother was up here yesterday, and he heard a bull bugle on the other side in a bull, so we might drop off into that thing and see if we can call that thing in or something, at least see what he is.
It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and we're way up on top of a mountain that has a hidden basin off the back side of it, and might be a bull back here, might be a hunter, we're not sure. But we're gonna drop off into it and see what we can stir up, see if we can get a response, see if there's fresh sign, or if it's a bull, if it's a big one, something that's worth packing out of here or not. So that's where we're heading right now, and see what happens.
That's a different one.
No, that's
down at the bottom, Eugene.
It sounds to me like that when they were here.
Uh-uh. That sounds straight from that meadow to me.
Doesn't sound like a very young one.
It's gonna matter which way he's pointed when he's bugling.
Right, but every time it sounds like it's up here.
See, I think we could probably easier hear a bugle from the meadow than in the timber.
That's up there.
No, Eugene. Your ears need to be clean. That is straight from the meadow.
His frame didn't look just too shabby either. There he is. Maybe not as big as I thought at first.
No, it's not huge. Get down there. Nice.
What about?
There it goes. Perhaps that cow.
Alright, you just tell me whenever you see him. And I'm
His
gonna.
head is already in the opening.
Huh? What?
His head is already in the other side.
Did he go through?
Yeah.
Doggone it.
His body's still in there though. See him? There he goes. There I see his head just a little bit.
Through the opening?
He's already through the opening. He might go through that small opening to the right. Now he's rubbing a tree.
Good job. Today's September 8th. Getting close to midday here, and this morning we went out on a rock slide point just to glass and listen, and wow, did we ever see elk. We didn't hear anything, but we've seen two confirmed bulls, and I seen the body of another one that I can almost guarantee it was a bull, because it was such a big body on it, and they're all high, remote, so we're going after the highest one. We just got done taking baths, cleaned up a bit, and got about a 3-mile hike up to the high basin where one of them big bulls were. He was chasing cows, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we'll be able to get him, because that would be awesome. Well, we might be halfway. I don't know, but it is
crazy steep. I mean, just your legs just turn to lead. So we're just inching our way up here. We ran into some elk coming up, but they didn't seem to be spooked too bad. So hopefully we don't mess it up completely. But yeah, hopefully we won't be disappointed after this climb, because it's a tough one. We made it up to our spot where we want to glass down into this bowl, and we bumped a huge muley right below us. We've seen a fawn muley earlier, so, and we've seen 2 black bears. So this little hidey hole is alive with animals. So anyway, we're taking a lunch break, and thought I'd show you what my daily lunch is. It's a blueberry bagel, blackberry jam, and chocolate peanut butter smeared over. This here's MRE blackberry jam that I can't find anymore, and some organic chocolate peanut butter blend. Good stuff. Really filling.
Later that afternoon, as we head down to this saddle, we run into these bears again. This mama and her 2 cubs. So we got a little situation on our hands.
Hey!
She was looking around. You should have waved your arm.
Hey! Move it! Move it! Move it! Get out of here!
She acts like you saw me now.
Yeah. Oh, move it! Man, that's too hot, Case, to get me in a good throw. No, not this way. No! Go with Mama. I mean, like you're scared of Mama. See, here comes Mama back. Watch it, watch it. That is not good. We were working our way through the dark timber, going up to a basin. I popped over this little rise. My first dead end.
Man, stuck. Wow.
Looks pink. Literally looks pink. It's going with me. That is freaking awesome. Don't shut up, don't shut up. We just got done coming through a rain shower. Still raining, kinda. And we seen a billy goat way up there. It's freaking awesome. Now all we need is sidekick. They're knocking rocks loose. It's amazing. Well, it's something. After the first pause in the rain, we seen a billy goat. And now about, I don't know, 2.5 hours later for sure, we seen those 3 rams. And they're way up on, yeah, we never seen them on that steep stuff. Amazing. So all we're lacking now is elk. This rain was cold and miserable, but we're dry. That's good. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. So hopefully this rain is done for good. And the elk fire up because it's cooled off quite a bit. Well, we're back on the trail. Got camp on our back and moving it about 2 miles closer to a bull that we're after. We made it in record time and coming in 8 miles in 3.5 hours, and we were wore out pretty good, and now this is gonna be a hard pull because it's all uphill where we're moving camp, and there's no water up there, so we got a lot of water and we're heavy. So anyway, hopefully we won't be too wore out by the time we get camp set up. So we'll see you at the top. Pretty good hailstorm going on right now. We're way up here at 11,800 feet. And we got camp set up not terrible long ago. It's hailing pretty good. Just got done waiting out a 3-hour rain and hailstorm, and got about an hour and a half of daylight left, and the bull fired off down in the basin. So here we go. Hopefully we don't mess it up. Just a bit ago, a 5x5 came into one of my calls. I called earlier and then I bugled. Definitely a satellite bull. But our wind is just not good. And the big bull is way down the bottom. And I just don't feel good about the situation. The little satellite, well, he was a nice bull actually. I think he was a 5x5. He didn't spook really bad at all. He just kind of turned around and walked straight away. But I think we're just going to have to back out and give it our best tomorrow, because it's just so close to dark and it's a ways down there yet. And the wind's not good. So I'm afraid we'll just make matters worse if we try to push it.
So this here's early the next morning, probably around 6:45, just minutes after I got out of my tent and just maybe 50 yards from our camp.
Wow. Freaking monster. Are you?
Once I realized how big he was, I just ran for my tent to grab my bow and backpack and everything, and we just took off running in that direction. He was probably a half a mile away. And yeah, this is the only footage we got of him. I guess my cameraman got bull fever too, 'cause he forgot to hit record.
We gotta go.
Go.
Vicky,
Did anything?
possibly choose from the top.
This here's seconds after I shot him. I thought I might get a follow-up shot. I thought I seen his antlers through the trees, but it was just tree branches.
Coughing. Did you hear that? I heard something. Oh. I hit him high. But I seen where the arrow come out. It was lower and back. Oh, that's good. It might have deflected inside. He was coursing to you. I know he was. But it definitely was lower. It was immediately blood. I just got done shooting an absolute monster. I mean, huge. I can't believe it. But my cameraman forgot to hit record. He mean 20 yards over the shoulder. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I shot him 20 yards.
You gotta be kidding me.
I am not kidding. Not the best shot, but I put an arrow through him 20 yards. He had no clue we were there.
Unbelievable.
Okay, it's been a little over an hour and a half since I shot. We went back to camp, ate breakfast. So we're just gonna stalk. I mean, go as quiet as we can just in case he's alive. And but crossing my fingers and hoping that he's dead not too far, so let's go. A little darkish maybe.
Bubbly.
That tree. He is pouring. He's going downhill. That's a good sign.
Going downhill.
Are you kidding me? Dude. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7. He's not as big as I thought he was, I'll be honest. But I'll take him all day long. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's definitely, he got kind of weak thirds. But who cares? This thing's a beauty. Well, I'm pretty much in shock and disbelief. Can't believe it happened, actually. This morning, rolled out of bed and heard bugles, and wasn't long when Eugene seen this bull come up over the rock slide. And at first we were thinking I might get a shot from the top down. We didn't expect he'll come over, but he did. And we just grabbed our stuff and started running. I mean, we ran and it was so hard to run up here. But eventually we heard him bugle, and that helped a lot. It helped pinpoint where he was, because we lost sight of him. But then about 150, 200 yards out, I seen him, and he was pretty much coming right for us, and a little bit of an angle, so we cut the distance even more, and a little bit down, and he just, it couldn't have been better. I mean, he walked right in our laps. He had no clue we were there. 19-yard shot, and it worked out. I mean, I thought I kind of messed up right off the bat there, but for some reason I used my 30-yard pin and I hit him high, but it came out a little lower and back. He was slightly quartering towards me, and he ran maybe, I don't know, 50 yards at the max and piled up. Just, I cannot believe it. This is my dream bull. I mean, I'll admit he wasn't maybe quite as big as I thought. Might have had a little bull fever going there, but I'm stoked. I mean, it's an absolute dream. 7x7. Got a little character going here. There's literally a hole in the top of this ball here, or whatever you call it. But real heavy. Just wow. Can't believe it. It's awesome. We found a broadhead in this bull. Somebody else's G5 Montec. Looks still sharp. It's scar tissue around it pretty good. Wow. Nice. Old Schwacker had to come finish the job. No, it's not. If they would have put it in a better spot, it would have killed him. Come on. Bring it around. So there. It looks. The tip is just ever so slightly bent. 100 grain. You want to use this thing, right?